You are watching Access LaPorte County, Channel 97. Coming up next is the July 17th, 2024 meeting of the Michigan City Parks and Recreation Board. You can find more information for this meeting by visiting www.accesslaportecounty.org.
Good evening and welcome to the Michigan State Park Board meeting for July 17th. If you would rise and repeat the pledge, please. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Will, would you please call the roll?
Reed.
Here.
Sorry. Mr. Freeze.
Here.
Mr. Glidden.
Here.
Mr. Lavis.
Here.
Ms. Sperling.
Here.
That's it.
We have the minutes from the previous meeting, and there was an incorrect addition to the minutes, and that has been corrected. And the copy that Mr. Glidden will sign has the fact that Shannon was not present. So do I have a motion to approve the minutes from July 3 meeting?
I would move that we approve the minutes from July 3rd.
I'll second it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Project updates, do we have any of those?
Yes, sir. I'd just like to report that the Washington Park Bandstand project has been completed. I submitted the final report today. We did have a ribbon cutting ceremony on July 6th. It was well attended with what I would guess was well over 80 people. We had complimentary hot dogs and root beer floats from Carlson's Drive-In. So overall, it was a great event. The Muni Band played, but I'm glad to get this one off the shelf and move on to the next. That was a 3-year project. Water Tower Park is going well. They're probably at about 35% completion right now. It's mostly just earthwork, putting in the parking lot, basketball courts, and things of that nature. So if you drive by, it doesn't look very glamorous, but a lot of work is going on there. And that is it. Thank you.
Thank you. Old business? Any table business? Move into new business. Item A, Beach Toy Library, the pantry and the park addition. You've received the information in your packet, and also Mr. Dabney had some things to hand out today.
Right, you took one pass it out.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
You have one.
There should have been 8 of them.
Oh, okay.
Brian, did you want to address this or?
No, I'll comment on it. Go ahead.
Okay. Anyhow, this beach library, okay, you want to, well.
Yeah, so we were approached by Cindy and Angie, who would love to add this beach library to the Fetters Alley area, part of the beach. It's something that we thought about doing when we brought up the Pantries in the Park program as being a pantry in one of our parks, Washington Park, and specifically for toys for kids, stuff they can use when they come out to the beach. Oftentimes we find a lot of stuff that get left on the beach. It gives us a place to put some of it besides just in the garbage can, and putting it in Fetters Alley as opposed to the main lot in Lot 1. I think it's very less likely to get tampered with in that location, instead of the more traffic location that may be. And Cindy and Angie are here today if you have any questions.
Any questions or comments? Yes, Brian?
I'll just comment on it. Yeah, I talked to Mrs. Batts about this idea. It's been a couple weeks back. We were talking about this, and I thought it was a great idea. We do the, like you said, the things around the city in the parks with the food. I call them pantries, and I just think this would be a great idea. Kids can come down, grab toys or something out of here, take to the beach, and then return them when they come back up if their family is finished playing. So I just think this would be something very creative and that would just bring a little bit of good to the beach area and to the park department. So I just wanted to speak on, to say that I support this and hope that you guys have support this as well, because I think this is something that'd be really nice.
Anybody else have comment?
I think it's a,
Ms. Bass?
I think it's a good
Okay. Yeah, self-explanatory. It seems like it's a great idea. And I like the idea of where to place it to start with. And I'm sure that young and old kids probably have fun. Something new and different. Any other comments from the public? And do we have a motion then to accept the Beach Toy Library Pantry in the Park edition?
I motion to approve the Beach Toy Library Pantry in the Park edition.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
We have a city summer comedy jam. And Will, you want to address that?
Yeah, so we are planning on another entertainment event, this time being a comedy jam or a comedy show with 4 different comedians, which I left their names on my desk in the office. Yeah, there's these 4 guys on the back of the
These
picture
four
of this.
guys.
But we ran into a little issue with the contract for the event between the park and the promoter for the actors. So we're going to actually table this until the next meeting.
Okay.
But very excited to make it a
Yeah.
reality.
This is cool.
Yeah, it's just something that we have to figure out. Me and Laura talked today. I told her there's a lot more entertainment stuff coming from the Park and Rec department. So it's just stuff that we got to figure out so we can keep moving forward without the hiccups.
I have a question.
Yeah,
So this is at Sunset Grill. So it's up or down?
it is upstairs and it's outside of their operating window. So this is something extra outside of when they're usually open because the end of the season is September 2nd.
Okay.
So it's I talked to them. They're willing to come out and operate on that day.
Okay. The reason I ask is I don't know why I was thinking it was possibly down below, but if it's up at Sunset Grill, if we're looking to do more entertainment up there, is there any, I'm not sure how the contract reads, but would they be willing to pay for part of the cost of that since that's bringing in business for them? Just a thought.
Well, some of the part of the contract. So part of our contract with them is that 10% of everything
Right.
that comes back to us anyway.
Right.
So us having events up there where they make more money benefits us as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, Will, is the show going to be geared towards adults or families, or what is the?
This one is going to be an adult one.
Okay.
But make sure you talk about this one is going to be an adult event. We do have kid events planned coming up down the line. The comedy came from Shannon's grandson, who was fully in the comedy. But before we went kids comedy, we go on adult comedy.
No, for sure. I think when we market it, I think it's a good thing to put, like adults only or adult, because we don't want kids showing up and then you're
Oh,
gonna
for
be,
sure.
hey, I bought a ticket, and my kid can't go. I know being on like someone who goes on cruises, sometimes they have like a kids show and then they have the adult show later. But I just wanted to clarify for that. Thank you.
Yep, no problem.
How about inclement weather? Are we going downstairs or are we out money if we?
So the senior center is booked for the same day. So we can move the show to the senior center if the bad weather. We thought about just moving it downstairs, if it's windy and rainy, that doesn't really help too much
Mhm.
going downstairs.
Thank you.
Yep, no problem.
Sounds fun.
Will we still be collecting at that time? At the parking?
Excuse me. I'm hoping we'll be collecting, so our plan is full-time with parking operation through Labor Day. And then we stay open weekends
Mhm.
throughout September if we have staff and the weather's conducive to making money down there.
Yep,
So probably the
Yeah.
answer.
yeah, okay.
Yeah. Another thing is usually around the night crowd, the beach thins out a little bit. No, usually around 5 o'clock, it starts to thin out if it's not major event going on at the
Mhm.
beach. So that's another, we went towards the 6:15 start time for
Yeah.
that reason.
So, yeah, and I kind of the same as Ryan was saying, like maybe we should put that in the marketing that
Oh.
there is a, you know, parking, cost to parking,
Yeah,
just so people know, so they don't complain when they get there, like, well, I thought it would be free if I was going to the show or, you know,
okay,
yeah, just
Yeah.
thoughts.
thank you.
Any other questions or comments? Thank you, Will, for the report. Do
Yeah.
we have a motion to
Table.
table the City Summer Jam Comedy Show until our next meeting?
I motion to table our city summer comedy jam till the next meeting.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Good luck on working that out.
Thank you.
Yeah, great idea, thanks.
We have a new addition here, item C, the Gardena Park mural.
All
You
right.
should have received a copy in front of you, but not in the mail. Shannon?
So I serve as the treasurer for the Michigan City Public Art Committee. We started a neighborhood art plan in 2023, trying to bring art not only to the Uptown Arts District, but try to move some of this out into the neighborhoods. In February of last year, some of you will remember that you've already approved the concept of doing a mural at Gardena Park. The contract itself with the artist will be approved through the Board of Works because it's a public art committee contract. But I just wanted the board to take a look at the proposed artwork to make sure that you approve of it before I submit the contract to the Board of Works. The mural artist is Chris Silva. He's out of South Bend, very well known in our neighborhood. He does a lot of funky art that appeals to kids. So I like this. It really brightens up the area that's right next to the basketball court. Everyone knows Gardena is our highest used park, so I think this is a great addition.
Mhm.
Questions, comments from the board? Any public comment?
I like the bird with the glasses on the back.
Funky.
Shannon, is the motion then to accept this mural work?
Yes, just accept the design work, please.
Are there any questions? Do we have a motion?
I move that we accept the design work for the Gardena Playground arts.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Yeah, looks good. Report of officers, superintendent's report, please.
Thank you. So we've had a really busy July this year with 4th of July falling midweek. That always brings crowds in the weekend before and the weekend after. So maintenance was really hard at work for that full 7, 8, 9 day stretch. We didn't have any major incidents during the fireworks, so that went off well. Last weekend, we were also very busy. We had 3 major events running at once. Soccer in the Sand, which was, I think, in their 15th year. The 3rd year of the jet ski races, and then the EVP Tour volleyball tournament. We were able to get enough staff and some interns through the mayor's program to do grass parking. So we were able to collect more revenue and serve more people at those 3 major events. We were all a little concerned that that was too much going on in the park that day. But the city did set up a small incident command center in the senior center, and we did not have any incidents. Everything went great. Everybody had a good time. Upcoming, we are planning the Great Lakes Grand Prix. We've had a lot of planning meetings this year, so hopefully that will go smooth as well. I do want to remind the public that if you do not have a parking sticker on the day of the race, which is August 4th, there is a special event parking fee, and it's $40 per vehicle. We also, on that Sunday, do not allow motorhomes, trucks with trailers, or buses because we cannot accommodate those large vehicles in our grass parking lots. We're currently being assessed for hail damage that happened in the storm in May, so that's citywide. There was damage reported to the zoo and the golf course. Another assessment team will be coming out to assess buildings that they may have missed that we felt that there was damage. So we're working that out. That was a really big job citywide to do every single city building down to picnic shelters, restroom buildings. So that's ongoing. I'm happy to report, I think earlier in the year, the board approved of us working with Goodwill on their job training program for seniors. So 2 of those people worked out very well, and I just hired them both as seasonal parking attendants. They are on our payroll now, but prior to that, Goodwill paid their wages. Goodwill only offers them 20 hours a week max, and they both wanted to go up to 40. And these 2 individuals will help carry me through the season when the kids go back to school. So that program worked out very well for us. And then lastly, I just wanted to report, again, I'm on the art committee. We just installed 4 new sculptures, 3 of them in the Uptown Art District and 1 on the corner of Cool Spring and Franklin, which is kind of a gateway to the city and also a neighborhood. So all 4 of them are very cool. We will have an artist reception on Wednesday, July 31st at 5:30 p.m. at Vita Del Lago on Franklin Street. So that is open to the public. A couple of the artists will be on hand. So I would invite you all to attend if you can. It's always a good time. And lastly, I'll be finalizing the golf task force report by the end of July. We'll do a final wrap-up meeting with the team to get their input, and then that report will be released to you as well. So this is really a planning and then implementation process for next year. A lot of changes are being proposed, so I'll be excited to share that with you in August. And that's the end of my report.
Shannon, how did the special rate go for the parking on for the 4th? That seemed to work out.
Yes, there weren't really any complaints about the rate. I mean, there were a few on Facebook floating around ahead of time, but the day of, no one seemed super concerned that $40 got a whole carload, the beach for the entire day, restroom facilities, fireworks. So yeah, it
Awesome.
went over fairly well.
Yeah, I worked out there for almost 5 hours that day. I don't think I heard anybody complain about the $40. If they did, they were just like, okay, we'll leave, no problem. Wasn't any uproar about it at all.
Yeah, good.
I was asked some questions about parking on the grass. People wondered how come they could park on the grass. I said, well, there was room. I didn't have an answer.
It's the only place it was.
Yeah, I'm glad that worked out.
Yeah.
Any other comments?
I heard through the grapevine that the cart paths are being paved. That started? No?
No,
Oh.
so the parking lot around the Golf Pro Shop is
Oh,
in the contract for this year.
Oh.
It's possible that we could get some paving work on the cart paths. We met yesterday with the city controller and the city engineer. There's some grant money that was awarded to the city.
Mhm.
They're just trying to figure out if they have enough in capital to actually fund our portion of that.
oh, so that, but I thought they approved it and we were just waiting for the company to get to the golf course.
That's this year's project, yes.
Yeah. So
But it was the parking lot, not the paths.
oh,
So they did the Memorial Hall parking lot was
Mhm.
included in that, and then around the pro shop, I don't think there were any paths included. If so, it was a very small amount. The issue with the paths is this year's project was resurfacing and our paths need to be reconstructed.
Mhm.
So they are not stable enough at this point to just pave over them.
Mhm.
So the current contract that we're working under didn't have stone base or any of that included.
Mhm.
So that's why they adjusted the parking lots and we talked about paths initially, but I think they pulled like 100% of them out.
Oh, okay.
But again, we met yesterday for this new round of grant funding that the city
Mhm.
gets for street paving,
Mhm.
and that would cover the reconstruction,
Oh,
but not
okay.
of all of them. You know, it's a limited amount.
Okay. So we have to go back to council again for whatever the grant money
We
won't
met
cover?
with the controller yesterday. She met with the mayor after our meeting, so we're just waiting for confirmation that they actually have money in the capital fund.
Mhm.
I don't think we need to go back because all of our capital was pulled this year.
Okay.
Like we have awarded capital funding from the council for 2024.
Mhm.
However, because of financial issues,
Oh,
the controller and mayor pulled that funding back. So
Okay.
it's approved funding.
Mhm.
We just can't spend it. We're on a freeze.
mhm. Okay.
So I'm not sure if that's the pot they're taking from, but
Mhm.
yeah, we're hoping that that project gets done or at least part of it.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome.
Any other comments? Thank you, Shannon.
You're welcome.
Will, you have a report?
Yes, I'd like to report that right now, fall adult softball and kickball are open online, and you can come pick up registrations in the office. You can always also find the registration on the eMichigan City website, emichigancity.com, and they're open until August 16th. The signups are open until August 16th. Summer City Sweat this week. We have a couple things going on tomorrow at the beach, just to the left of the senior center in that parking lot at 9 a.m. We have yoga in the parks with the instructor Jennifer Osmond. Last week, I think we had 12 people come out to Gardenia Park on the 4th. Oh, that was week before last. Yeah, 2 weeks ago on the 4th of July, I think we had 12 people come out to yoga in the park. It was pretty good. It was pretty cool. They all had kids and all the kids were playing together while the parents were doing yoga. It was kind of fun to just be out there. This Saturday at 8 a.m. at Oak Hills Park across from the King Center, we have our workout in the park, our HIIT workout with trainer Ryan Gaston. That's been really good. Numbers have been going up. Last week was a little bit low because of AAU tournaments, and this weekend I think it'll be the same. But we're really looking forward to these last couple of weeks of workouts in the park. And next Thursday on July 25th, we have our second Bike the City event with the police department, and we will be meeting at Ames Field parking lot on the visitor side of the parking lot at 5:30 p.m. I'm also working on a partnership right now with the Michigan City branch of the YMCA for some rec programming that we have coming down the pipeline. I should have something for the next meeting about that, and just an update on our give back nights that we have for baseball. Raising Canes, we brought in $70 from that, and from the Hacienda night we had $124.84. Not as much as we hoped for, but every little bit helps, it's building towards something. And lastly, this upcoming week is the last week for City Kids Day Camp. The counselors and the kids have had a great time this summer. We just brought all the kids into City Hall yesterday and did toothpick and gum drop bridges with all the kids. The engineering department and their interns and special events and the planning office, they all sent people down to work with the kids and built these bridges, and then we tested them out. They had a great time down there. So we just did that yesterday. And they got a full week of field trips next week as well. So just excited. This year went a lot better than for counselors and kids than what's been happening the last couple of years.
Awesome.
Any questions?
How many kids are we servicing with the city day camp?
Anywhere from 28 to 37 a week. You can sign up on a weekly basis. And I mean, it's been pretty consistent. I would say that we have about 8 kids that cycle in and out pretty routinely, but it's been a good camp, a good group of kids. Fun time.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Move into the reports, Planning Commission. Mr. Hoffman called me this afternoon. He was unable to attend because of work, but he said there's no report. Port Authority went to the meeting Monday and there was nothing of concern for us. The Zoological Society, Mr. Glidden.
The Zoological Society is not meeting in July, so they'll meet again in August.
Thank you. Attorney's report, Mr. Freeman.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. I think Laura's hoping to be able to join you next month. In the meantime, she is staying in close touch with Will and Shannon as issues come up. Like today, I think they were working on this, multiple changes to this proposed contract for the comedy show, but she's definitely looking forward to joining you next month, and we will keep you advised of progress on various things.
Good.
Thank you. Director's report. Marty, do you have any? Oh, never mind. I just wanted to wake you up. Department of Finance, Mr. Glidden.
I have the Michigan City Park Department claims docket for July 17th, 2024 municipal, $95,280.23. Golf petty cash, $6,219.30. Total claims, $101,499.53. I would move that we accept the claims docket for July 17th.
Second it.
Say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
I have the payroll number 14, 2024, 6/23/24 through 7/6/24, paid date 7/12. And the total payroll, $133,247.33. I would move that we accept this payroll.
Second it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
I have gifts and donations. An anonymous donation, miscellaneous $51. Anonymous zoo donation, Point Racer $12.71. Various zoo donation online $1,249.26. Hacienda donation, Youth Baseball League Give Back Night $124.84. I would move that we accept these gifts and donations.
Second it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Minor transfers, the golf fund 2508.000. Decrease the account gasoline 5,000, decrease the account diesel 3,000, increase the account repair parts 5,000, increase the account building materials 3,000. I would move that we accept these minor transfers.
Second it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Zoo endowment invoices totaling $464.02 were paid to Lowe's for the Red Barn fence. So I would move that we accept this zoo endowment change.
Second it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
I have credit card charges totaling $4,266.60 were paid to corporate payment systems for the following: NinjaTransfers.com for rec CKDC gang sheets, $149.99. Up in Smoke Rec Caterer for mystery dinner, $1,115. Epic Sports Rec shirts for day camper staff, $498.60. NinjaTransfers.com rec day camp gang sheets, $149.99. AllDayShirts.com administrative tank top for parking staff, $345.99. Indiana.gov administrative DHS permits licenses, $765.11. U-Ball for rec U-Ball court kit, $939. Bartronics administration 800 megahertz radio battery, $104.10. City Lanes Rec Bowling for day camp, $67.50. Indiana.gov North Point Lift Operating Permit, $133.32. Those are the total credit card charges. I move that we accept them.
Second it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Wooden. Any comments from the public? Comments from the board? Mr. Dabney?
Yes, at the last meeting, I had a note to recognize somebody who was helping Will with a lot of these, the events and the sporting events and things that he has going on. His name is almost synonymous with a lot of the things that are happening. It's Kerry Krasinski. And I just wanted to give KK a shout because, I mean, he puts a lot of time in and helps out Will with a lot of the events and things that are going on. So I just wanted to let him know that he is, recognized, and, just wanted to say, thank you for all of the time you put in here with the park department. Very much appreciated. And I also want to say thank you to our maintenance crew with the park department. The more events we have, the more things that are going on, the more time they put in to make sure things are clean and things are working smoothly. The stuff that you don't see that they do behind the scenes, very much appreciated for what they do. That's Pat and the crew. And just wanted to make sure they know, that they're appreciated as well. And I would go out and say that I'm actually speaking for the full council. I'm sure they would all back that because they participate in a lot of the events that we have going on with the park department. And also I want to give a last shout out to the front gate workers down here in Washington Park. There are a lot of cars that are coming through there, a lot of people. Will was down there when we had the $40 charges for the special event parking, and I didn't hear very many complaints, but they do hear complaints on a regular basis down there. There have been times when I pulled into the park and jumped out and stood and listened to some of the things going on. They do receive complaints, and they handle them as best they can and try to take care of these things to get the people moving, get the flow going through the park. So I just want to say thank you to them for the time that they're putting in and recognize them as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Kerry Krasinski, he deserves an attaboy. He puts in a lot of time and effort and helps us out. And Mr. Volz and his crew, I can't say enough. And I'm glad you recognized all these people because it's things that really go unrecognized until something happens, a negative thing. Thanks for that, Brian. And ladies, good luck with your library at the beach. I hope things work out. And Shannon, looking forward to this mural. It really is going to brighten up Gardena. Any other comments? Motion to adjourn.
So moved.